Hello and welcome. Today we are in the best cruiser in the game, the tier 11 French heavy cruiser, the Condé. I put out a video titled Condé was the best cruiser, but she still is the best cruiser as well. Why? Because she has a speed boost, a reload booster, burst fire and guns that are pretty good. Hello Takahashi, would you like some AP? By the way, Condé's burst fire also gets improved dispersion. Look at how tight these shell groupings are. Oh, nice citadel. This is why Condé is the best cruiser in the game. 25,000 damage for my opening, I suppose, 2 salvos. Now we gotta wait a while though before we can actually fire again, but that's okay, because we already got our damage in. So at the start of the match I headed towards the eastern side of the map, because I like this side more. I think you're more able to fight close range with the enemies because of the way the islands are positioned. Sadly though, it seems my teammates disagree, because the Montana and the Thunderer from the middle went the other direction. So over here we only have a single battleship. Luckily though, we seem to be doing pretty well on this side and we have plenty of cruisers. My Condé, a Yoshino is coming, we also have the Minotaur and the Henri. I think we can take anyone over here, except maybe the Stalingrad. Well, with HE spam we might even be able to eat the Stalingrad. I want to fire on the Stalingrad, I just don't want to do it right now, because I'm showing broadside, and I already know how that would go if I opened up right now. I'm gonna wait until I can actually turn away, like right now. So the problem was I was going behind an island. Well, I was sailing next to an island. You don't see it, but, you know, if you look at the minimap, you'll see that there is an iceberg next to me. Luckily, there aren't that many icebergs and islands of ice left, because of all the global warming, I guess. Islands of Ice used to have a lot more icebergs on it. Yep, we just HE spam down the Stalingrad, hopefully. That would be the priority. So one of the things in World of Warships that's important when you think about how to fight is you want to have fights where there are as many allied ships shooting at an enemy as possible, while there being as few enemy ships being able to return fire as possible. So if you can end up in a fight like this, where it's like 4 ships firing at the Stalingrad all at once, whereas basically only the Stalingrad can return fire, this is basically the best case scenario. I was hoping I could maybe take a shot on Stalin's broadside, but I guess we are just burning her down. I am using burst fire here, but I don't really know why. There's really no good reason to do that, other than to get a little bit of more damage in. I suppose maybe my next salvo just wouldn't have happened if I didn't burst fire. Because, you know, she is being shot at by a Minotaur, an Henri, potentially a Jean Bart. Ooh, Stalin actually fired on me. Luckily though, it was only 8,000 damage. That's pretty significant still, but considering I was doing a gamer turn in front of the Stalingrad, it went pretty well. And it seems that we have basically won the eastern flank. That's very good news, since the enemies are all running away, and our western flank seems to be doing pretty well too. Ships-wise though, well, there's 1 ship difference, but we lost 2 destroyers. Now hopefully, with the enemy being in our route, we might be able to burn down ships one at a time again. For example, this Ohio is coming in, I'm guessing the Wisconsin and the Henri are sailing away. So if we could maybe lock this Ohio in a fight, well, it's gonna be like the Ohio versus like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 ships at once. So again, the Ohio will just die without being able to do too much in return. Of course, an Ohio is a dangerous ship, and I am still a cruiser, so I'm gonna try to keep an island between me and the Ohio if possible, and I can do that right now. Man, what is this? My voice just started cracking. Did my voice finally decide to reach puberty or something? Am I gonna get a nice deep voice now? Probably not. Man, the reload booster on this ship is great. Look at how many HE shells we get to fire at this guy. It is an Ohio, but even an Ohio isn't immune to damage. Well, it would help if I could actually hit the target. Man, this island configuration is really OP. I'm just sitting here. The Ohio just cannot see me. It's great. Well, hopefully the Ohio isn't firing on anyone of consequence. Or that she's just missing or something. Ohio's down to 50k HP. I think we've already eaten through her heal. I don't know why she's reversing. Honestly, she should have just done a gamer turn and tried to run. Trying to do this reverse thing, absolutely a terrible choice. In fact, seeing that the Wisconsin and Henri were both running and continuing to sail in this direction was a terrible choice. Now the Ohio is low enough HP that the next thing to consider for me already is what am I gonna do once the Ohio dies, right? There's nothing in range, so I'm gonna start to have to move around and potentially open myself up to actually being in open water. But if that puts me in a better position for the next fight, I think that's for the best. Because I mean, even if Ohio fires back at me, it's probably gonna be inconsequential. Somebody on the team is a little annoyed. Super idiot team, 6 ships in the cup. Yeah, because none of the battleships decided to come here. We only have the Jean Bart, the tier 9 battleship, that was left with having to actually do battleship stuff. All the rest decided to YOLO to the west. And now, they're just running. Honestly, I should have started repositioning when I saw the Ohio already dropped to like 50k HP. Because now I'm just sailing empty for almost a minute. I could have preempted this a little bit better. However, I'm gonna go south. This will hopefully open up another angle for my teammates. I was really hoping I could catch this Henri broadside. I suppose not. Ooh, hello Edgar. Is the Edgar gonna show us broadside? That would be excellent news. That's a bigger prize than the Henri. Okay, 5,000 damage. Come on. Surely we can land it. Oh! Man, I was ready to do the burst fire, but apparently she already went down to... What? We did 7,000 damage from this angle with AP against an Henri? Man, that ship's superstructure is massive. And 5,200 with HE. I'm gonna just burst fire. This should kill the Henri, surely. Yep. Goodbye. Because I mean, I'm not gonna be able to really shoot anything anytime soon, I think. Well, maybe I could fight the Condé, I guess, but... Well, no, Condé is so far away, never mind. The Wisconsin is the only potential target. Actually, no, there is a Des Moines as well in the middle. But my guns are already pointed in the wrong direction. I'm gonna focus on the Wisconsin. I think she will get close. Well, there's a chance the Wisconsin will get close enough to get torqued. Probably not, though. I don't want to 1 versus 1 the Wisconsin here. Well, it would probably turn into a 1 versus 2, since the Condé will join. Although I suppose the Henri and the Jean Bart would also engage. But I mean, if I can keep an island between me and the Wisconsin, that would be for the best. So, we're doing pretty good. 6 versus 4. The cap zones are gonna be in our favor. All of our important ships are pretty safe right now. Right? They're either behind islands or far away. I suppose the Jean Bart is probably the most important battleship because he, you know, was on actually the side of the map that mattered. We're gonna miss on the Wisconsin with the torps. It is what it is. Think I'm gonna be able to take 1 or 2 salvos before she gets behind the island? Well, again, I think she is actually gonna round the big island, which is a bit of a weird choice. We get to do 1 shot, so first fire it is. With AP, of course, and she is broadside. Never mind, should have fired HE. We still did 11,000 damage, but I really should have fired HE. Wait, the Kleber is actually advancing on me? That's an interesting decision. You do know I have torpedoes, right? I mean, you should have seen the torps earlier. Pushing on any ship with torpedoes around an island, especially if they know you're coming, is a terrible choice. Actually, the Kleber might not even make it here, because my Hydra is keeping her spotted and she keeps getting shot at by the other cruisers. Yep. The Henri just took care of the Kleber like nothing. That was a terrible push by the Kleber. She should have followed the Wisconsin. If she had, they might have had a chance, but I also think that what the Wisconsin is doing, it's kind of a bad idea as well, because she took herself out of the battle for so long, and the enemy ships left are only a Musashi and a Wisconsin. Now we do have a battleship of our own, so technically the enemy does have a chance of winning this. Wait, did my secondary start a fire on the Wisconsin? That's incredible. Anyway, we're probably not gonna be able to fight the Wisconsin, and that's a good thing, because we're gonna have to focus on the Musashi. And right now, actually, I have outplayed myself a tiny bit. See, I'm not sure if anyone else can engage the Musashi, but I think the Musashi is gonna put herself into a position where she will engage multiple ships. And then I think I'm gonna be okay. Right now, I am certain the Wisconsin can't do anything to me, and it's entirely focused on this battleship. Of course, I am still a cruiser, so the important thing, park yourself diagonally, even better if you can move. I just don't dare to move because I'm afraid that I'm gonna show myself to the Wisconsin too early. And I'd like to minimize the chance of being sandwiched between two battleships as much as possible. So I'm just gonna basically chill here, while trading fire with the Musashi. And again, the focus is be diagonally on, because enemies, well, ships generally fire center of mass. I mean, even I'm doing that right now. And if the shells fall low, they will ricochet off of my main belt, which is exactly why she isn't doing that much damage to me. Of course, if she had a little bit better aim, she would be doing more, but not critical damage, hopefully. Man, I'd like to get close enough. I wonder how close I have to be to get citadels against the Musashi. Oh, I think the game is in the bag. Changmu is never gonna die in this match. Okay, well, time to leave the Musashi for the rest, because I have a date with a Wisconsin. She looks like she's gonna eat the torpedoes. There's no way, right? Yeah, she has already dodged the torps. Ooh, the Yoshino rammed the Musashi. Well done, well done. In this situation, trading any ships with rams is good. I should have actually done that to one of them. But I think at this point I can just win against the Wisconsin. 7,000 damage with the bow shot. And I'm gonna do it again with HE. Well, 6,000. Still pretty good. And again, keep the diagonal position, so if she fires into your main belt, they ricochet, mostly. 6,300 damage again, and I think what I'm gonna do here is a bit of a mistake after this. I wanted to burst fire, but she isn't low enough HP. And I think burst fire, while I'm gonna do it here with this salvo, it is a bit of a risk, because if I miss, well, it would be bad. Here, of course, it's fine, because we do sink her with it. But if I had missed, I could have been in a bit of trouble, especially since my Wisconsin seems to have outpositioned herself from this fight. But it's okay. It just allowed us a moment of glory where we could 1v1 that Wisconsin. 258,000 damage, sank 4 ships, got 6 citadel hits, got a devastating strike, high caliber, 2585 base XP. Man, honestly I think that Henri played even better. I mean, think about it. Henri is like the Condé, except she is way less tanky. So being able to do all of what she did, I think was well done. The Changmu was also very good. Look at this damage. We farmed 70... Wait, did we just... Was it just us that farmed that Ohio then? If we did 71,000? I thought everyone was firing at her. Well, it is what it is. By the way, would you like to see more Conde matches? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.